find it more comfortable to live here in a WG, but I have not this atmosphere with friends around, with people like me, the whole building of people like me.
So I'm going to Jakobsplan because some of my friends live inside that building. So let's go. Jakobsplan. To be honest, I don't know what Jakobsplan means. It's just a building to me. No, it's a building where a good chunk of my friends live here, and it happens to be Jakobsplan.
Hi, so I'm getting my new keynote. Jakobsplan.
Also diese...
I'm giving you my key.
Also ziehe ich hin oder bitte?
So, setzt euch mal. Lass mal alles wegräumen hier. So, und jetzt machen wir gleich wieder einen Einzug, ja? Brandmeldeanlage haben wir hier im Haus, ja. Bitte Obacht geben, dass die Küchentüren immer geschlossen sind.
Ja, okay.
Ja, ganz wichtig, die Tür muss immer zu sein.
Okay.
Des Weiteren haben wir jetzt kalte Jahreszeit. Es kann sein, dass fremde Personen sich Zutritt zum Haus verschaffen. Ja? Und die wollen dann eventuell da drinnen schlafen. Deshalb Tür zu, kann keiner rein. Ja, ganz wichtig. Bitte Obacht geben. Ne? Jetzt kriegen Sie von mir die Schlüssel. Und zwar haben wir 3 Schlüssel. Der geschwungene Schlüssel ist für die Küche. Der schließt auch nur die Küche. Der gerade ist für Ihr ganze Haus. Eingangsbereich, Ihr Zimmer. Im Keller ein Waschmaschinen- und Fahrradraum. Und da draußen ein Containerstellplatz. Ist alles dieser, ja. Kleine ist für die Post. Ja. Ist identisch Ihre Zimmernummer. 1, 10, 11.
Ja.
Okay, da wohnen Sie jetzt. Ne?
Mein Name
Kommt, mach ich dann vorne dran. Gleich Zeit da. Brauche ich bitte mal noch eine Unterschrift für die 3 Schlüssel. Super. So, dann haben wir das. Okay. So, bitteschön. So, das war's. 1, 10, 11, ne?
Ja.
Alles klar.
Okay, tschüss.
Macht's gut.
Danke. Wait, oh, no. Danke.
So.
Let's go see my room. I forgot the number. It was this one. Ah! You're wrong. Was it this one? Just gonna try everyone. He said the number. What was the number of the room? Ich bin nach Hause. Okay, I'm done.
So first time I moved to Weimar. I moved to Jakobsplan here, and this is was first and the last place where I lived. So I arrived here, I took the keys, housemaster was really nice, he explained everything, even though my German was really bad. I didn't understand what is Keller and other simple words, but he explained everything. And when I just opened my door, I was so happy because it was first time in my life, basically, when I had a little room just for myself. Because before, so I lived in dormitories in these special schools, and I did studies in Russia. I lived with some other people, like 2 or 3 people together, so it was a bit annoying. I had no corner just for myself. And this time, it was this tiny small room with amazing view from the windows. The thing that other people are complaining, like, some people are complaining at the shower or the quality of living here. I don't care. It's first time I got something of myself, and I was really happy here.
I moved like in October 2013. At first I thought it was quite nice because my last dorm was quite crap. And I had this whole room, which is quite big. I only had like 2 chairs, 2 tables and 1 bed. The fridge is quite nice because it's quite big. I have a wardrobe. And yeah, I don't have that much stuff here, so it suits me just great.
I came to Jakobsplan in September 2013, and the first time I came here I was almost in tears because I did not want to live here. I wanted to live in another dorm. When I saw the building, when I saw the room, when I saw the corridors, the colors, it was really dreary. It was like almost like a hospital, and the room was completely empty. And there was nothing here, and I was just wondering why am I even here, and I really wanted to leave Weimar because of that. And then things started to get better, and then I started to personalize my room and make it like something that I would like to be comfortable in living. So I put some color, I put some plants, I put some posters and stuff like that to make it interesting. I think the funniest thing that happened to me is how I became friends with my neighbor. They live in an apartment ahead, and second day I'm here, the bell rings, and they come, there's this big guy standing there going, "Did you take my kitchen stuff?" And I was completely in shock going, no, and he just started screaming, and he said, "Did you put this note in the kitchen?" And I said, "No," and then I went with him into the kitchen, and he's like, "Did you take my things?" I was like, "No, I didn't take your things, I just got here yesterday." And then he just pauses, and he goes like, "I'm so sorry, welcome." And then since that day we became really, really good friends, and we hang out every day. I cook for them, we have tea together practically every day, and I think that's the best thing about Jakobsplan is the people. And I have friends on every floor, and there's always someone who can help you out when you're in trouble. You're never alone. I have a fantastic view. I think waking up every morning to this view is one of the best things about Jakobsplan.
So I think it's almost like a typical Studentenwohnheim, but it's like bigger and older, and it's not owned, it's named after Jakobs. Why is it Plan? At first I thought it's Jakobsplatz. That makes much more sense, Jakob's place. This is Jakobsplan.
Yeah, first I came Weimar in last March. I was on the 2nd floor and in a big room. Then I moved that floor in my 2nd semester. And also Jakobsplan located in this center is close to atrium, bus stop. I don't like walking, I always take bus.
So I live here for more than 1.5 years now. I just went to the Studentenwerk and just asked them, can I get a room? So I moved in the first day without knowing the room or without knowing the building. So I just moved in here, and I was quite surprised because from the outside it doesn't look very nice. It's not the nicest and most good-looking building in Weimar, but then I was surprised about the view because I'm here at the 7th floor, and so you have quite a good view from here.
I came here like a year ago, and I think I'll stay here for another year because it's very cheap, and my neighbors are quite cool. They're calm and thoughtful, clean. That's all important, so yeah. The smell, it wasn't so pleasant, but yeah, it was kind of like a Soviet style building, and I was just curious what will happen here.
I moved to Jakobsplan in the beginning of October 2013, and at the first moment I was really surprised because I thought, oh my goodness, it's really post-socialistic building, how can I live here? But then I kind of adapted, and I think after a month I felt kind of like at home. And what I found out, the people are very nice here and they really help each other, and that's what I love. So because I'm doing my master here, I'm going to live here probably 1 more year, but if something happens, like I find a job somewhere, so then I move out, but that's another story. And yeah, I think there is a nice place for people who like to contact others and like to get new contacts or something. But I don't think you can live here a very long time, like 10 years or something. It's a nice place for students, it's quite cheap, quite, let's say, economically fine. Yeah, and that's why I like it. But I wouldn't stay here the whole life.
My first impressions were that it's very cheap and it's not so clean or anything, but I like it. It's cheap and very close to everything, definitely.
Actually, I was like it from the very beginning. So I had no problems with Jakobsplan. I like it. Yeah, the most terrible thing here for me is our kitchen. With my neighbors, we have this kind of project. We want to make our kitchen more homey. So we got lots of furniture there. It will be pretty enough, and the problem will be solved. Because I think this block is the only girls' block, and every other blocks are for guys, and sometimes they are not so. Yeah, we got these tables and the couch and the sofa, no, the armchair and the table, the lighting, the pictures. And the flowers, of course. Yeah. And it is much better than it was before. Now guys are starting to keep all their stuff here. I mean this. You can also come. It's also here, and it looks now not so good as I want it to be. But okay. Yeah, it was raining all the time at that period. And the water comes between the walls, something like that. So there was a shimmer, I don't know how to say it in English. And my mother was so crazy about that fact, and she said, no, it's not so good for your health, you need to move, and that is why I moved out. But I just moved to Forest. Still I have this penthouse view.
It's kind of at the end of the hallway, which is annoying. It's usually not that clean. It has like water all over and some spices, instincts of Asian food most of the time. We used to have a couch and a table and these chairs, I believe. Now probably someone took them for their own room. That happens usually.
And now I will show you the place that in this dormitory I'm visiting not that often. If I'm visiting, I'm cooking very well, eggs and pasta. But some people are cooking nice things there, so it's called kitchen. Not my favorite place. Not because of the place, but just in general. In my heart, it's not my favorite. So here we are. By the way, we have here the view to Weimar from the other side. That's very nice too. And we can see some people like in the windows or balcony do gossip things. We see the church. Yeah. Basically, very nice place. And here we cook. I know some people left this like at 1 month. Oven, gorenje, the bat. Some little papers. And we like our kitchen clean. Last year we did some parties here and we hung on the walls the drawings, but
this year they took it out, so it's a bit sad. It's just white kitchen.
Вот, мы сегодня хотим устроить здесь сюрприз моему бойфренду. Я приехала сюда к нему в гости, созвала его друзей поснять ему. И сегодня устраиваем такую вечеринку небольшую в честь его юбилея. Поэтому тут немножко сейчас с его сестрой тоже делаем стол, напитки, небольшие закуски. Ждем, когда он придет, но это должно все прийти, все быть неожиданно. Прийти его друзья сначала, и потом он.
Oh no, it was a Holy Friday, because I work in the church, and it was a party, like the floor up, and it was so loud and I couldn't sleep. But it's just normal, because normally people have like 3 days when I work, but it's quite okay.
There are a couple of parties that happened, like birthdays or matches, you know, like these football games or whatever, or some cultural stuff. I've been to this one Indian food fest. It was quite nice.
We have a community of Pakistanis. Nearly all bachelors live here, so we have a good friendship among them. We eat together. This is our month of fasting. It is called Ramadan, and we make our breakfast in the evening together.
I had been living in Jakobsplan like for 2 years, and when I was doing a master's. The good thing in Jakob that you will find some like majority, for example for Asian people, you will find more like Pakistani people and Chinese people. So normally we live in like a family. So for example right now we have a month of Ramadan and we are cooking together. In Jakobsplan the good thing is that they have a kitchen which is pretty well, like it's a big space. So you can do easily a party. This is a special month for us, especially Muslims. It's a month of Ramadan. In this we do fasting, and for that we have to eat around specific timings, so that's why we gather. So it's better to have cooking and eating together.
All other things like, as far as friends are concerned, we live together, so it's really good for us.
The kitchen on this floor seems to be quite weird, or it's used for different kind of things than just cooking, because I saw people doing their hair in the kitchen, and yeah, there were some weird. That was probably the weirdest thing that happened. That someone actually cut up their hair in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, actually, like the kitchen is a little bit is a little bit dirty, and like someone has left the garbage here. Normally the alarm is ringing, but in most cases there is no fire. So then we used to think that it is just an alarm. There is no fire, but I think that in case there is a real fire, a lot of people will get trouble.
So we are here to shoot student projects for the seminar, for the loop seminar. We are shooting two loops here, 2 1-minute loops. And the first one we shoot is from Golcha, you see in the back, and she made a loop about a woman hurting herself. Okay, so sound is running, camera is running,
yeah.
8. And action.
This is our master thesis project, and we're doing art interventions in the building and researching Jakobsplan. And this is the fabulous Jakobsplan delivery service, room service, which we're doing just for tonight.
You don't do anything, just
Nima's doing. Yeah, Nima's doing all the work. You just relax.
Oh, thanks.
So we should pay,
I have a bad thing about Jacket. This is my opinion. Maybe I am wrong. The thing is, I feel that normally in Jakobsplan they have split some nationalities. I feel that here they put Pakistanis more than Indians. Indians are in Marketerstrasse normally, and the major nationality I feel is Chinese people. So it shouldn't be like that. It should be a mix of people.
Yeah, my roommate just moved out like 2 weeks ago, and this was his sink, but I kind of use it as well now. And you can see I have some of my unwashed dishes here as well. Like I think this is like 2 days old or something. And this is my sink that I use. It takes me like 3 days until I force myself to wash this. This thing is for my other 2 flatmates, the guys here. They're from Vietnam and India, I think. And you can take a look at the shower. Yeah, it's quite crap because it smells and it has mold all over it. It's like you can take it this. Look at this. It's rusty and it's molded. You know, and on the shower itself as well, like this thing.
I made this cleaning plan. Actually, it was very, very hard. Not hard to organize, but hard to push everybody to follow the cleaning plan. Because I made the cleaning plan, I wrote everything, and I'm crazy about these things. That is why I pushed all the girls to clean here every week. So just you need to clean one week in a month. Now we are just 2 of us because one of our neighbors is left to China, to Shanghai. Another one is going to marry and now she is living with her boyfriend. So yeah, yesterday I cleaned it yesterday.
I don't really see my neighbors almost ever. Like I spend all the day outside the house and we don't do any cleaning, as far as I know. I mean, sometimes we see each other in the hallway, but like just hi, how are you? But not really like. I mean, they are very busy too. Like everyone is very busy, and yeah, I guess that's our relationship.
The people who lived here before made our shower very beautiful. We have some little frogs and little cats inside. And as you can see, yeah, sometimes we wash the shower, not so often, but we have good mood. The rules of the flat before we did like last year each 2 weeks, but it happened like once per month because we didn't have a like big schedule or something. And starting in the semester we decided to wash every day everything, like floor, toilet, sinks and everything, and it works quite well. And we buy toilet paper too, what basically most of Jakobsplan people do, like they share the paper. So we have 3 sinks, well 4 girls but 3 sinks, so 2 of them have to be very friendly to share one sink. Sink, not sink. And is here in the bathroom, on your left. We have here our bathroom. I think it looks very nice. We have some nice pictures, and on the door too from other side to have some inspiration in the toilet. And here is the list of Reinigungsplan. And we have 4 girls, but now 1 left, so we're just 3 girls doing all the regulations.
I won't go any further. You can probably already smell it. The toilet is quite crap. I don't really want to go there. This is the furthest way I want to go.
One funny story. I had a Russian friend, and she likes to sit on the edge of the windows, and this is the 12th floor. So she had this phone, and while she was leaning back, eventually it dropped, and the next day she calls me and asks me, you know, where is it? Like I don't find it. When I got back home, it wasn't there. So what we thought was like it was this crazy idea of the phone falling from the 12th floor but still surviving. And we went down, and of course before we went down we looked everywhere. We went through all of these places that could have happened, in every stairs, and then we found it on somewhere near these plants, and it was still ringing while we were ringing it.
So my best ever story, not only here in Germany but in life, I think so, was the story that I call a horror story. That was amazing. So when I moved here, it was October, and I felt this like smell in my room all the time. At first I thought, okay, maybe just because the windows were closed for some time, so I cleaned a lot, I put some smelling things, and no, nothing helped. And each time I was coming, there was this smell like some, I don't know, like a rat is dead or a little mouse or something. I looked like everywhere. I moved my furniture a few times just to change the room, and there was still the smell, and my friends were coming like, what is the smell here in your room? And then I told them no, maybe trash, but trash cannot smell that much. And each time I was opening, like leaving the window opened when I was leaving, all the time, so even in winter it was really cold. And then it was March already, the end of March, so I lived here for 6 months. And I decided to like clean everything before the spring starts, like to do big cleaning. So I moved fridge, then I cleaned it and I'm trying like to move fridge back. And then there's this iron thing behind the fridge. I thought, okay, maybe I have to clean the dust too. And then I see there's like something strange there. There's not the four, but paro, I think so it's called. And I was like, what is that? And then, since you cannot see through, I had to look from the top. And from the top I see there is a bird there. And then I was like, ah! I got this I got scared actually. Usually I'm very strong at these things, but this time I was really scared. I called my friend, she comes, and she looks at it and she tells me something, but I don't get what she wants from me. And at the end, like 5 minutes, her explaining me, I understand it's not one bird there are 3 dead birds in my fridge, like behind the fridge. And I lived with these 3 birds for half a year. I was sleeping with them, and I have no idea how they got there. So the boyfriend of my friend comes as a man, he cleans everything, he takes us out, and then at the end he tells like, but there is something else, do you want to take it me? Like there is some kind of carton or something. Yeah, sure, just take everything, it's like enough for me. And then at the moment he takes something, there's like a paper at the beginning, then it's a carton, it's getting bigger, it's like the size of that, it just was hard to take it. He takes it, he turns it, and you know, like, do you imagine like the word horror movie when they find a picture of very old lady and this picture is 300 years old and this lady has no face? So it was just exactly the face, just some Asian woman like that. So I just left the room for a while. And then they told me this was like some kind of composition puzzle of pictures of a lady. So perhaps what happened, someone hanged it on the wall and it fell down, and it was coincidence, but like why birds are flying into my room and dying there, this was not very nice. But After I find out that because of the windows, so when the sun shines, they are like mirrors, and as soon as there is a little hole, they fly in, and these birds, they have such a big wings, they cannot take the speed in the room, because after some time, of course, I found one more bird in my room, like in 2 weeks, and then we let him go out, and he needs like 50 meters to get the strength to fly away. So that was a very nice story, and since that time I really love birds.
So I came here in 25th of September, maybe 15th, I'm not really sure, it was something with 5. And when I first came, I loved the view is great in Jakobsplan. But unfortunately everything else is not really up to the level, or up to the expected level. One of those annoying things I had were the kitchen. I mean, when one wants to cook, one wants things to be simple, and here like you have to carry all your stuff from your room to the kitchen, and take them back, and then take them back again to wash your dishes. So it wasn't really simple living here. But it wasn't a big deal because I actually, in total, I lived here only 2 months, and the rest, like I was living with my boyfriend for quite some time until now we moved together, and I have to give this room away. It's actually kind of hard saying goodbye to something, well, not love, but I mean, for a while this was kind of my home, and we had so much fun. All of us, the Jakobs people, we were cooking almost every night together, or just drinking, or like just simply hanging out. And it was so convenient. I mean, you just put on your house shoes and go 1 floor up, or 1 floor down. But at a certain point, like, the inconvenience becomes unbearable. Another inconvenience is we can see this floor that doesn't get clean. So we're moving out of fabulous Jakobsplan. I have half of my stuff, most of my stuff, packed, and we're taking them into the elevator.
Vielleicht zuerst die großen Sachen.
Ja.
Das Interessante ist ja, dass ihr zusammenzieht eigentlich.
Ja.
Das braucht man nicht erwähnen.
Ich habe eigentlich die Wohnung bis September. Meine Mutter kommt und sie bleibt hier. Also ich bin nicht komplett ausgezogen.
So. So, das ist nicht alles so beim
Durch die Gegend purzelt, ja.
Steht einfach so.
Ja, aber das ist so.
Well, was?
Okay, so now I'm done, finally. I need to give my key away, and I hope that there's nothing more to clean. I need to be done.
1, 6, 8, alles da.
Okay, danke.
So, das ist für Sie. Schlüssel. Alles da. So, einmal für die Kautionsrückzahlung, ja. Und hier nochmal für die Zimmerübergabe.
Genau.
Und dann haben wir's. So, jetzt kriegen Sie von mir die Durchschläge.
Okay.
Das ist für Ihre Dokumente, ne?
Danke.
Das geht automatisch auf Ihr Konto.
Okay.
Dauert aber 6 Wochen, ne?
Und weil ich bezahle Studentenwerk automatisch jeden Monat, muss ich etwas machen, um das zu aufholen? Oder?
Nee, Sie haben ja, Sie sind ausgezogen. Das ist jetzt erledigt.
Okay.
Nein, das geht nicht. Ne?
Okay.
Sie sind ausgezogen und kriegen Ihre Kaution zurück. Ne?
Okay.
Auf Ihr Konto. Sie müssen jetzt nichts mehr machen.
Okay.
Alles klar? Dann alles Gute. Ne? Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Ciao. So, habt ihr alles.
We decided today, coming together after such a long period, so we are distributed across the nation, and in my case I'm living abroad, so and just we called together and decided to come together today, having a lunch and a short walk through the city, and then we said,
the bell.
come here, the door was open and there was a very brave lady. I'm from the northern part of Thuringia, a very small village, so from 60k away to 200 kids, so not that far away, all from Eastern Germany. Regular time being here was 5 years, this was the limit. But there were some backdoors, some tricks, you could stay longer, so if you would have a friend who has a flat somewhere else, so you can cheat somehow and say, okay, the friend is living here and you live there instead. So this was a regular game, and the official lady downstairs was closing all ears and eyes, so, and then it was somehow unofficially accepted. So in my case it was roughly 7 years. I was living in
that's very long.
In the 3rd floor, in the 9th floor, and finally at the 11th floor. So more or less every one of us has changed the room sooner or later. So some were sticking together in one room. So finally I had the chance to live in such a flat by myself. And those two ladies were sharing a room at the beginning with another nice student, and finally those two ladies decided to move and had choosing another room in the 3rd floor, 4th floor. So, but also this in this direction. So I was living in the opposite direction. It was a huge party soon for all of us. So there was never ever one day without a party somewhere in the building, and it was more. If you kept your eyes open, you could find some.